can properly defend themselves against the incoming Imperial onslaught. Do you all accept?
How much are we getting paid?
10,000 credits each.
Hmm.
And you also will gain a large ally in the Imperial in the Separatist landscape, at least in the Separatist holdouts. So you could potentially get droidicas, B2 battle droids, the things in relating to that nature. And Black Cat, I think your character might really like this kind of thing. And also, they will provide you with They will provide you temporarily with very, very good weapons. You all will be piloted, and they all offered you to. There have 2 MTTs available at the moment, and they also have 4 AATs that can be piloted by you guys. Yeah. You can pilot you guys are going to pilot AATs. And you guys are going to be facing against all will be facing against an AT-AT. However, what I'm going to be doing a little bit differently is, instead of it having an armor class of 20, it's going to have an armor class of 20 when it's not near the weak point. If you go right by the weak point, I'm going to lower the armor class to a reasonable 10. So. Alright, so you guys will be paying 10k each, and you all will gain a few B2 battle droids for you all to use whatever you choose. Or whatever former CIS material that you've dealt with beforehand.
So this is how we get the Lucky the Battle Droid.
Yep, that's how you get Bucky.
And I was lucky because the fucker survived somehow.
Yep. Bastard lived throughout everything. I'm just gonna import a couple of my assets real quick. Yep, I had to work with my dad today, and I didn't really have that much time to make it, but I still have a decent map set, so. Just give me a minute or so. Just give me a minute. There it. Trust me, this session will definitely be very, very interesting. Because it's basically going to be... You guys aren't going to be worrying that much about your piloting skills and all that stuff. And it's really just going to be like a little bit of like a fun thing. Because I wanted to have something that was...
Like, 10k credits. So, yeah. It is interesting.
I'm just excited because this might give me the chance to make a Droidica Mark II.
I'm excited because, 10k each means that I could start purchasing some, funny stuff.
What is funny stuff does that include?
Armor.
Are you sure just armor and not just a... SW5e or something.
Fucking, you know, my character is a fucking gank. Like, just killing stuff is fucking something that they are probably more concerned with.
Yep, that's definitely makes sense.
My character is still thinking that the Empire is a part of the Imperium, so you're gonna have to tell him it's not.
It's a part of the Imperium. Part of the Imperium. Yeah, because Warhammer enthusiast, random time warp or something.
Yeah. Just tell him it's like a false emperor or something. Basically.
No, the way I'm gonna describe it to him is it's a copycat who tries to pretty much promote himself as the God Emperor of mankind.
False
But in
Emperor.
reality, they're in like the pocket of some other space species.
Okay, that would get my character fired up.
Yeah.
Too bad I don't have a flamethrower. That would be fun.
No, I also show him a picture of like the fucking Emperor Palpatine, and I'm like, does this guy even look remotely human to you, or does he look like an alien in human skin?
Alright, so as you all arrive to the planet, you find it to be unnaturally deserty. But however, it wasn't always like this. It was mainly because of, I think, like, what was it? I think it was over farming or something. But it was covered in rocky terrain. However, it was freaking sandstorms that caused this place to gain its orange type shape. So, yep, it's all deserty. It's all basically your standard desert planet. And as you all land and enter the droid factory, you all end up finding everything is a bit home stretched. Like, it's like a bit janky. Like, it's not in the best of conditions. Like, seemed that this facility was made at very short notice. And as expected, they were able to get this factory in partial production mode, but it's not in full production as this facility is not fully completed yet. However, this does not mean that they do not have any troops to back them up. They have a fair chunk of battle droids that they can shove into battle, but they are, because you know how with the Separatists, how they have to outnumber their enemy by like a 3-to-1 margin or something for them to win most battles? Yeah, for this case, it's the complete opposite. There is an entire squad full of there's entire AT-AT that was being deployed right near their position, and because of that, the AT-AT is kind of, since I think AT-ATs can hold about 50 troops, from my knowledge.
Tell me, how much scrap is there lying around?
There's basically a near infinite amount of it. Except it will be very frowned up. Except it will be, unless you were to sneak. Can you roll a stealth check?
Oh, no. I'm not going to be taking it for myself. I'm going to be upgrading their droids for them.
Alright, so they basically accept that in return. So you indirectly make the... Wait, what was that? What was those battle droid models that were never fully in production because, like, I think like the clones like destroyed the labs they were being made in?
You're
I think
gonna...
they're called the B3. No, I think they're the
No.
B1Xs.
I was gonna try and make B2 RPs, no, that would be a B2 ACM, Advanced Combat Model.
You want to
Well, I was gonna try and make a Droideka Mark II because, well, it's just 50 people. That's about what a Droideka Mark II is equivalent to. They fucking tripled the shields on it and gave it 6 more blasters.
Yeah, it's probably
With the Mark
still
II
not.
I'm pretty sure, was its limiting operating range. But
yeah, they're probably very expensive to produce.
yeah.
Yeah, they definitely were. I think they were. I think weren't the Mark II supposed to be the replacement for the regular droids?
Yes, they were. They just had a price and battery issue.
Price and battery issue, and I think
Yeah.
were the plans also destroyed?
No. That was B2 ACM's Advanced Combat Models. They just scrapped Mark IIs because they were really expensive and Mark I's were doing good enough.
Alright, so the B2 ACMs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just researching a lot of the other models because I've heard of there's like multitude of different models that were destroyed by the Republic before they could ever reach mass production.
Yeah, that's just 2 of the 3 B3 Ultra Droid stories. One had its plan destroyed, one had all the prototypes destroyed, and one just never managed to make it, and the last one never managed to make it in production before the war came to a close.
Yeah, it was only like 3 years, and no wonder why they never really upgraded the thing all that much.
Yeah, but they were also expensive AF. They used Frick.
Jeez.
That's why they didn't put him into production. They used a lightsaber lightsaber proof material.
Yeah, that
But
was
that's also
Cortosis.
expensive.
Yeah, they had
The B3 Edition
remained
2 used
Duracell.
Cortosis. Edition 3 used Frick.
Frick.
Because they could get Frick slightly easier, I think, or was it the other way around? It might have been the other way around, actually.
Yeah, I think like a similar fate of what I usually think of the type of droids that were destroyed by the Republic were the Cortosis battle droids.
Yep. No, it was Magna Guards that used Frick for their staffs. Frick ain't lightsaber proof, it's resistant.
Yeah, it's resistant, but that's enough.
Yeah.
Besides for most Jedi, they tend to the most they can just friggin' force push them into
Yeah.
submission. So why would they bother wasting all that much?
No, normally I think it took like Windu to take 1 down and 2 masters for a normal one. But anyways, we're going too into this topic. Shouldn't we get to working on this?
Yep, we should get to work on this. Yeah, this is since they are in partial production mode, they were able to only be able to manufacture a portion probably equivalent to about 50 main battle droids and about 10 B2s. They weren't able to produce many of the other units. They were hoping that they would be able to maybe produce a couple of droidekas or destroyer droids in order to make sure that they can at least be able to have an advantage in regular troop engagement, but seems that's not going to matter, nor is it really going to be a fair fight to begin with, since they have a frickin' AT-AT on their side, and you only have... We have 2 MTTs, however, we also have 4 AATs as well, so... It's not like it's really going to be doing all that much, except when you realize that they have a weak point right near the bottom of the thing itself, and it seems like as if the HAT was already damaged because it had to walk through the different territories while certain separatist holdout forces were taking aim and they were charging off against it. So it's receiving minor hull damage, but it's still at a capable spot to the point that it can... The point that it can at least be damaged via conventional weapons. So, that was that. Alright, so as you guys make it out of the production hall and into the main battle station, or the main battle station where they'd have deployed the AATs, you find out that these AATs have been that these AATs have been slightly suited to meet the comfort levels of a standard human. So it's a lot more comfortable than the average AAT, and you can probably get sort of immersed. They still just have these things just in case, because they still have a decent chunk of the main military that, or the main like royal guard that the planet has. So they they adapted these things in order to suit the needs of these people. So. Alright. Alright, so Black Cat, do you want to do anything in relation to modifying anything on the actual thing itself in order to, I don't know, maybe
I would like
perhaps make a...
to. I was saying maybe I could raid some of the weapons and units, the ground troops.
The weapons they have are of lower quality blasters, and they were blasters that were made in very mass production, and they aren't worth
The
keeping.
E3.
What?
You mean the E3 standard blaster rifle used by?
Yes, I know the E3 standard blaster.
Those
They really just had
things
that.
had a heating issue.
Yeah, they did have a heating issue, but that didn't really matter since they would probably be dead by the time they even be able to overheat the thing.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure the issue was it couldn't be used by humans because it would heat so much that would burn the mortal hands. But since you're a droid, you don't really have any issues if
Yeah,
your
and
flesh is burning.
also they mainly use the times that it was used. They usually use it as a kind of a pistol instead of a standard blaster.
Yeah.
All right, so you all make it onto the
I was
AATs.
actually gonna modify the AAT to try and make it so that we could have two B2 ACMs upon it, because they have a triple blaster cannon and a rocket launcher.
Alright, so so you roll the technology. Wait, can you roll a technology check? Alright, so it's a 19, so you've succeeded with that. So with that, you gain an extra... Wait, hold on. How much is this thing going to be rolling for? How much damage this thing does. Rocket, 6 a day, 1 turn. Blaster, 10 to hit. You get 18-12, so I'll add like an extra d10 to that. Alongside your standard attack. Alright, so I'll be... Alright, so in No Mic, I will be posting a thing in relation to the different rule set they have for the AATs. So you all can look them up. They basically have... Like you can ram... They can ram things using the actual weight of the machine itself. You can use rocket launchers, however, they are only about 6 a day before you need to either like refill it or whatever. Alright, you can have a gunner on the seat. They can make 2 attacks using medium repeating blaster cannons. The medium repeating blaster cannons does 4d10 plus 6. In the plasma cannon, which is the standard cannon that you usually see for like long range artillery. That does 8d12. 8d12 on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. So, alright. Let's get to this, because this session's going on for quite a bit. Alright, so hold on, I gotta load up the... Alright, so... Turn order, can you all... Alright, try to put all your characters in the back, and then try to roll for initiative.
So
Like,
back
right
as in,
near the...
like, back here?
Yeah, put your characters in the back of there, just to make sure you guys can actually roll. Or you guys can actually roll for initiative, and then you can... Okay. So, Black Cat...
I got a 14.
Hold on, I just gotta delete some of the other ones. Alright. Can you guys roll for initiative again? Because I just needed to clear the list, because there's a couple of duplicates.
Yeah, that's because he didn't clear it after last time.
Oh,
Alright. So, Net, did you roll?
yeah,
Net?
well,
Alright, so... NetHack? Did you roll?
yeah,
You did. You're
I
supposed to click
rolled.
on your character. You're supposed to click on your character first. I
He's
cleared the
not in the
list.
roll 20.
Is John Roll 20 at the moment?
No, I can't access it.
Alright, I'll just roll for initiative for you.
I think he already rolled with a physical die and said what it was. I just don't remember
Yeah.
what the fuck was.
I don't remember what
11.
it was either. It was 11. Yeah, you had 11 on roll 20 itself, so just cleared it. Just
I think
just
that was
add
me that
something.
had 11 before it got cleared.
Alright, so, Meme, you are
Yeah.
up. Like,
So,
choose what action you want to do.
are these dudes here enemies?
Yeah, and now
Okay.
those are your AATs. You all are gonna be piling. You all are piling them at the moment.
Oh.
Just find which one to assign yourself to.
Okay, I guess, that one there or whatever.
We're like
Fucking...
commanding them on top.
What are we doing with these?
If you guys are supposed to be taking out that AT-AT near the near like the hull of the base. You all can try and take it out, and or you guys can do it via like whatever means you guys can. You guys
Okay.
can try and hijack it. You guys can try and
I started
shoot
here.
near the stomach region.
So,
They're looking closer. I want to hit it
I
with my
have,
sword.
uh, okay, here, 35. So actually, wait, is, 15. That there's also 35. So I moved my character to fucking, goddammit, let me do the, movement thing. Yeah, move my character.
I also want to inform you that an AAT will need both a pilot and a gunner.
Yeah, no, these ones are modified to be able to
Oh.
change between both of them. That's one of the modifications I forgot to say.
I use, or I adopt, fucking lightsaber form as bonus action. And then, fucking, as action, I, attempt to, you know, target the, a thing with, the fucking force lightning.
Alright, so you try to do force lightning on towards the AT-AT for whatever reason. And it does, you see like a little bit of a spark coming from it. But other than that, there's no real damage.
Okay. Well, then that's my turn.
Okay. So, Net, you are up. Wait a second. Net, you're still there?
Sorry, 5.
Yeah, it's just mic is not the greatest quality, so I think for just send me for what you're going to be doing for your action. And I guess we can just skip to you, Black Cat, for now, since
Mm. Mm. What am I going to do?
let's drive it closer.
Mm.
Okay. Alright, let me just say this was assigned to him, and then I'll just say he used the artillery.
I know, I'm trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah, he can do whatever things you want. He can launch rockets at them. He can use the plasma cannon.
I'm just gonna, use this, not as a full vehicle and getting into it, but I'm just gonna use it to launch an entire salvo of missiles.
Like an entire barrage with every single missile you have in your arsenal.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've successfully launched a barrage of. Wait, hold on. Did you roll?
Not yet, because
Actually, you
that
know what?
is a.
Alright, so I think because it's missiles, they hit
Hmm.
regardless, so you don't have to roll.
Yeah.
Unless you want to try and hit for a crit, but you don't have to.
It's 6d6,
It's.
but if I'm launching all of them, should I do a higher die or?
Yeah, if it's 66, you may as well do 3066.
So,
That was, wait, 12, 8. Oh. Alright, there we go. That's 3066. I lost count on how many I was at for a second.
Alright, so did you add all that stuff together?
Give me a second.
just as a question, how tall is the droid factory building?
The droid factory building is. It's rather small in comparison to the other factories, but it's still like around the size of. It's around the size of an elementary school, to be exact.
That is not a actual distance. That is a.
No, it's not like an actual. No, it's not like an actual distance. It's just a comparison.
I need a number.
Let me say probably about a little under. I'm trying to make a calculation. Just I think probably around a 50 foot, 50 feet tall, with I
Okay.
think about a. I think it's about close to about. I think it's probably like a. What's about like 300 feet wide or something like that. 46. Okay, so 146.
So, how tall is
Alright,
it?
so
Like you said, 50 feet.
yeah, I said 50 feet. It
Okay.
definitely dwarfs it by a considerable margin.
Are there any like catwalks or anything part of the way up?
There is a roof. There is a roof of there. However, but it's mainly like there for like emergencies in case there's, let's say, a fire.
Like, but is there something in between the ground and the roof?
Between the ground and the roof, there is a second floor, but that was mainly done for, let's say, like business type things that occur up there. They weren't
Okay, but
really.
is that like something that extends to the outside of the building?
No, it doesn't extend into the outside of the building. No, it
Okay,
does
so
not.
is there anything on the outside of the building between the ground and the roof? Like any sort of flat, standable surface?
Yeah, there is some sort of like steel areas that you can stand on.
Okay, how
You
high
go
up are
from
those?
floor to floor, about 15 feet.
Okay.
Whoever they are inside. So,
Oh, and I asked specifically outside, though.
oh fuck. You know what? I'll just count it as outside anyway. So there's like an area. There's like a break area where people can breathe in the area. Breathe in the air that is barely breathable.
Okay.
You could
And so
potentially
you
use
said
as a
that's 15
sniping
feet up?
position. Yep, 15 feet.
Okay. Perfect.
So you're gonna be staying near there potentially as a sniping position.
Oh no, I'm gonna use that to get to the roof.
Okay, so what are you planning on doing once you do get to the roof?
Uh, fucking, you know, uh, spells.
Alright, so spell spam. You're gonna be the equivalent of the Smash Bros. B spammer.
Yeah. Anyways,
Alright.
so,
I'm back. Sorry.
currently waiting on stuff, I think, still. Something, I guess.
Alright, so you make it onto the roof
Well,
in
it's not
your
my turn yet, I'm just planning
It's
out
not your
future
turn yet. You're
turns, like,
just planning it out.
I'm just planning out future turns. I think that we're still waiting on at least
Net.
something or another.
Alright, so Net, you are up now.
Um, I want to kind of drive closer to the AT.
Okay, so you do drive closer. There's multiple different things you can do for your attack. You can unload most of the missiles you have, or you can also they can also use the plasma cannon on it. Since you're at a long enough distance, you should be able to attempt to pierce through the enemy armor.
Um, what part of the AT am I facing? Like directly in front, or am
You're
I?
right around the front. Right around the front part of it.
Okay, is it possible for me to try to move towards the side?
Yeah, you can move towards the side. You can also aim towards the bottom region, which is the vulnerable spot.
I'm actually going to aim towards the side of the gun that's on its top because the AT has two main guns and four secondary guns,
Yeah, the
right?
4 secondary guns are the light. They're like the light cannons that you have to aim for like a direct hit. They're like smaller, and then there's two. There's two cannons that are of the heavier blaster cannon variety. So, what cannon do you want to?
I'm going to aim for the side of uh the light cannon because those light cannons are directly by the cockpit, right?
Yeah, they're right near the cockpit.
All right, I'm going to try and hit that so that if I miss, we'll still hit the cockpit.
All right. So, you. All right. So, I think can you roll to hit?
Sure. Do you want a modifier for it or just a plain D20?
Yeah, yeah, add your modifier to it.
Okay.
It's going to be a fairly high roll since it's the actual AT-AT armor class is 20. However, you guys can aim for the bottom region and you could potentially get a hit for 10.
Okay.
However, you are aiming for the actual cockpit itself. So
Okay, 17 plus 5.
So 22?
Yeah.
Okay, so you hit for 22, so that does hit. Roll for damage
What's the damage dice?
of the blaster cannon.
Yeah.
It's for the blaster cannon, or at least the plasma cannon, it's alright, each creature in the area must make a DC 18 dexterity throw. So I just gotta make a quick dex throw real quick. And I only got an 11, so yep.
So
Alright, so it's an 8d12.
18. Damn.
Yeah, but that's for the plasma cannon for the AAT.
51.
Alright, 51. Alright, so you're starting to see that the shield is significantly damaged, and there seems to be like a minor smoking coming from the actual AT-AT itself. The shot coming from the shot coming from you hit the cannons itself, causing a massive shock in the cockpit. One of the pilots that he can presumably see inside there is dead on the spot, and three of them are still trying to work this thing out, just try and see if they can try and save the transport.
Ooh. I don't think there's anything else I can do, is there?
Yep, there's not really much else you can do. You already went through your turn, so.
Okay.
Alright, so Black Cat, you are up.
Wait, I didn't take my turn yet.
They didn't take your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, so alright, so you can go.
Why the fuck am I all the way over here? What?
Forgot your plan. I thought you forgot your plan earlier. I just put you there because you said you were going to be heading near the roof. Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot you were
but so
planning
what I
for your next
was,
turn.
but I'm over here, so I would. Is the thing that goes onto the roof something that goes all the way around, or would I need to go all the way over there?
No, I'll just count it as you just walking across. You don't have to really choose that as your. You don't really have to use that as your turn. It really would be kind of a waste. So you could basically make it onto the side.
Okay,
And
so I can just have myself over here, because. So in that case, I use my action to use Saber Ward. My bonus action to do Wall Run to make it onto the, or to do Wall Run and then use my action, or use my movement speed from, along with the Wall Run to get onto, fucking the, little lip to be able to get onto the, top of the thing.
okay,
Afterwards.
so
So.
alright, so you make it on, and were successfully able to get onto the roof.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so if that's all your actions, are you planning on doing anything else?
No, not this turn.
Okay. Alright, so Black Cat, you are now up.
I'm now just gonna have this thing like fucking just launch a plasma or plasma shell. It's a 15-foot radius with a DC 18 saving throw.
And the DC 18. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Dex saving throw.
All right. So I've gotten a 9.
It's 8d12, so 30, 47.
Alright, so 47.
And I'll pretty much be spending the rest of my turn to reloading this thing.
No, I don't think you can reload. I don't think you can reload the actual cannons on this thing. What I said earlier was kind of a
No, the
lie.
rockets.
No, here's the thing with the rockets. They basically revamped. Then you are allowed to use 6 of them a day. So you would have to wait until the end of the day for you all to be able to get them refilled. Get them reshelled. All right, so now, now I didn't really go this time, so I'm just gonna count. Just gonna go once for this. Okay, so Alright, so the AT-AT.
I didn't take my movement yet, but
Alright, so you basically do you can do your movement and all that
Also,
stuff.
I think that Nethic's turn is technically before Black Cat's.
Yeah, he'll go next. I'm pretty sure I've lost most of the stuff according to that, since all this is pretty messed up since NetHack isn't on roll 20 at the moment, but that's fine.
I is mumbling.
Yes, I'm mumbling. Very much mumbling. Alright, so NetHack, you're up.
Okay, so I'm going to get closer still, but I'm still going to kind of sidewind to try and get like a full I don't know what to call it. I want a full side profile of the. I want to try and get into a full side profile of the AT-AT.
So you want to actually try and get and play the side profile of the AT-AT, so you want to get into the around of its side around its side region away from all the blaster cannons.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so you move. Look close, you've successfully reached the side of the AT-AT. Would you like to do anything else?
How far away am I?
You're only really about maybe about 10 feet, maybe about 15 feet away from the AT-AT. You can be able. I'm not going to count this against your turn because you're supposed to be getting at a safe distance away from the AT-AT, since this thing can literally stomp you in 2 seconds.
Which direction is the AT-AT face? Actually, I should ask this once it gets to my turn, because it might change.
Yeah, it's actually faced towards the actual direction of the actual factory itself, as
Okay,
that's
good.
its main target.
Good.
Alright, so NetHack, is that all?
I have all my 6 missiles still, right? I never fired them.
Yeah, you never fired, so.
So what I want to do is, how badly is the shield?
Just the shield. The shield is basically toast. It has a little bit of juice left, but that's about it. Before the thing basically permanently explodes.
All right, I'm going to fire all my missiles into the neck of the
Alright.
AT-AT.
Alright, so roll for your missiles.
I'm, I'm, what's the What's the damage for it again?
It's the missiles. The missiles are 66.
66 each, so 36 each. 101 damage.
Or at 101 damage.
I mean, 110 damage. I don't know why I said 101.
Alright. Alright, so it's very, very rough shape. However, it is my turn now, so it is going to have a bit of a fun time instead. So what I am going to do is Red Frightful Presence. It then makes 3 attacks. Alright, so I do a laser cannon volley on Net since he is at a close proximity. So
I
let's roll. Alright, roll. Can you roll a DC 16 for dexterity?
what side am I on? I thought I shot the cannon last one to destroy it.
But no, I mean by the AT-AT. No, the AT-AT is going now.
Oh, he's shooting me with the big gun.
No, it shouldn't. No, there's like a laser volley they have of the light cannon they have.
I shot the cannon. I'm gonna destroy it. I'm not on the side that I destroyed. I like it.
Alright, so can you roll for dexterity?
What's my next one? Okay, that's 23. Damn.
Alright, so. Alright, so it does not exactly hit. However, it's on like fail save. Half as much on a successful one. So it does. Alright, so if it does half as much, so alright, so it does just about 40 damage to you. However, your thing is around a 168 in terms of damage, in terms of your HP, so it's not that much of a hit.
Okay, 168. Fine. What was the damage? 44? 42? What was it?
It
40?
was 40.
So 120 damage. So, okay.
Alright, so with that... Alright, since my turn is done... Wait, hold on, I'm not sure if I can do anything about it. And so, like, I think with my action, I move slightly towards the factory more, so... Okay. So as I get close enough, I'm close. Getting slightly closer. If I get right next to my checkpoint, I can be able to deploy the stormtroopers that I have inside.
I mean, with how many missiles they took to decide, are you sure they're still alive?
Hit the
Let me say only about 10 stormtroopers remain in the thing. While the
Alright.
rest of them are basically burned to the point that if this thing were to return, it would basically become a memorial site equivalent to the... What was that, like, one ship during World War II that basically they considered a memorial site because there's skeletons literally inside the ship itself? The reason why nobody can go inside it?
I don't know.
Oh, I forgot the name of it, but either way, it's kind of like
Anyways.
that, so...
My turn now?
Yep, your turn.
Okay. So, I use my movement to go over here. The, height of the, building that I'm standing on is 50 feet. My character is, about, 6 foot something. The, top of the troop carrier area of the, AT-AT is about 73 feet. However, the cockpit area is slightly further down at about 55 feet, which is within, what I would be able to see into. It's facing forward, and I am standing on the roof, within 60 feet of it. Let's see, where's the, I used the force to set the, control panel on fire.
So, ignites flammable objects in this area that can't be worn or carried. So, basically what happens is the fuel that was on the machine, since this thing is at, like, a pretty decently rough shape, a lot of things are sort of exposed. So, indirectly, you've caused both an electrical fire as well as a fire that is... as well as like a standard fire using the fuel on the machine. So basically the entire thing explodes. It's like a cacophony of like different types of flames, and for like a split second you even like see signs of a blue fire. However, that's only for a split second. So yeah, the thing is gone,
Ooh.
and the worst thing is, here's the worst thing about you, Black Cat, you won't be able to scrap anything from the it won't be able to scrap anything from it, since it's literally just...
What about Durasteel plate? Just straight sheet metal.
Alright, so you could scrap some of the Durasteel.
Works for me.
Using my turn to get up onto the roof was worth it for that alone.
Also, no, I just want to know, whenever you don't give me like a specified amount, at this point I roll a d12 for how much I get.
Alright.
Think that's fair?
Yeah, that's fine.
He's 20.
Let me say you gain about... let's see, about 3 cents for ship, probably about... you gain about 7 sheets worth. However, the sheet is not of the greatest variety, but you should be able to at least be able to forge it via somebody else into making a decent pair of armor for yourself.
Whoever said I was going to use it for armor?
You said you were going to be using it for armor, or are you going to be
Who
using it
said
for your droids?
I'm going to be using it to make droids.
Okay.
Because my goal is to not fight myself. It's to have something else fight for me.
Okay, that's very, very fair. Alright, so the AT-AT is destroyed alongside every single thing that was inside it. The people involved, they thank you, and because of your work earlier with the separatists, separatist holdouts, and other things. They are in talks of joining with former Republic, with people of the former Republic, because they both realize that they share a common enemy. That is the Empire. So you both gain a well-deserved reputation in both the Imperial as well as former separatist colonies. So you all are starting to gain infamous. As well as as a gift, they give you 2 B2 super battle droids for you to use for whatever you may require.
Also, what were these little ships that we had been given to use that everyone else besides me used?
AATs.
They're AATs. They're assault tanks. Or they're hover tanks, to be exact. Whoever you guys aren't allowed to keep them.
Hey, I was
That's mainly because you guys. I would allow you guys to at least keep like one of these, but remember, you guys have a ship at the moment.
Yeah,
Fairly
I'm
small
just
one.
fucking telling one of my friends about this.
Yep.
I mean, if we did get one, I'd be scrapping it immediately, anyways.
You use the power of wisdom. I'm surprised you would scrap it and not scrap an AAT. I thought you would like develop like an AI on it, and you would basically.
No, the AAT would be strapped to separate pieces because I'd plan on using it as a platform to build other things upon.
Okay, that makes sense.
My goal is amalgam droids. Amalgam droids, which would be considered the devil by probably whatever faces them. Because you remember those snail tanks, right?
Those like
the NRN89s that were used on Kashyyyk. The N99s.
Yeah, those the M99s, like the.
I plan on using one of those.
You know, like those tank droids.
Yeah, I plan on using one of those and attaching Droideka Mark IIs to the sides, as well as giving it a Droideka sharpshooter cannon on the top, as well as making it so it can actually deploy some DRK-1 Dark Eye probes.
Yeah, that probably would make it like fairly faster than the AAT itself.
Yeah.
But isn't it a track tank and aren't its main guns just mortars?
Yeah, its main guns
yes.
are mortars.
I'm using the tread part of it for its mobility and speed. It would be an all-rounder. Thing is, it'd pretty much be like a defense platform. Lots of cannons, and it'd be anti-personnel instead of anti-vehicle like it originally was. It'd be a high-mobility anti-personnel vehicle.
Alright. That probably would be preferred for this continuity. However, it's recommended that if you save up enough credits, you should be able to buy a ship yourself. However, it should be a ship that at least has enough space so you can actually be able to store some of these vehicles.
Yeah.
However, if you guys have a decent reputation with the Separatist holdouts, they might be able to give you like a like a light frigate or something. Should be able to get you like a frigate or something. Something where you can like store some equipment and a couple of troopers in. A couple of droids.
Let's see what.
Remember, the droids are highly compact, so we could literally fit them pretty much anywhere. So they fold up.
Yeah, if they fold up, but I'm talking like direct. You could probably, because like ships are fairly small, at least unless you guys want to go for a ship without any cargo space. So
the N99 is probably like the biggest thing I currently have plans set out for.
Yeah, the M99, you should be able to at least have that. No, you shouldn't be able to have that in like the cargo hold. The M99s, they are. I think like the M99s are around the size of a. They're around the size of like an F-250 truck or something.
Yeah.
From my estimate.
They aren't too big.
They aren't the biggest.
No. No, never mind. The biggest thing I have plans for is a droid gunship.
A droid gunship. If you want to have a gunship, should be able to patrol
Well,
with you,
yeah,
follow you around.
yeah. And specifically, it would just be making that thing even more of a fucking devastating menace.
Yep. And you're probably going to be turning that thing into a full-on death. It would basically be a sort of a. I'm trying to make like a comparison to something else, but it's basically makes it so that turns into like a devastating weapon. Like you don't even
Yeah.
use the actual troop transport option on it. You only use like a certain amount of it.
Oh no, I plan on stripping the troop transport from it and making it all guns.
Make it all guns, like attach
Yeah.
like a straight up gun battery to it. No, you know what we really
Yeah.
should do? How about you just attach like a full on like artillery thing on it?
Pretty much.
Dude,
Why not?
if you fucking do that and you basically turn it into a glorified like air artillery cannon.
Practically. This thing will be spitting bolts everywhere. Now, is that it for the session? Because if so, I am hungry.
If you're hungry, yeah, you guys can basically do what you want for now when it comes to prepping, but for the stuff I have planned out, you guys gain 10,000 credits and those 2 B2 battle droids.
Okay, so like in terms of prepping and stuff, can I use some of those credits to buy items?
Yep, you can do that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going to tell you that I'm going to be combining them a B2HA and a B2 ACM with them. So they're just going to have more firepower and a ion cannon.
Just as a
Anyways, I
question,
shall take my leave.
when do you think that we're going to end up getting our level up?
You know what? You guys can level up now. It's been a couple of sessions.
Yeah, and we did also just take out a fucking AT-AT.
Yeah, basically consider it like since you guys took on an AT-AT, this basically counts as kind of the turning point, so you guys can basically level up this now.
Yeah, okay.
So I'll just put that in chat.
Okay, so session so far, I will stop streaming.